Hey everyone, welcome back to a new video. We are still in beautiful Sweden, and after such a great time last week, we've decided to spend a little bit more time here. For the last few nights, we've actually been parked up in this amazing park up. We're right by this airfield which is used by small planes, and it's just been so nice here in the middle of the Swedish forest. And the guys here that own the area have actually hooked us up to the electric. We paid, I think, €8 per night, and yeah, we've had electric hookup. No other services, but the atmosphere here is amazing because we're just in the middle of nowhere. You can hear so many birds and animals here. So you can imagine Charlene, she's been with her head out the window most of the days looking for owls. And yeah, just a very peaceful place. And today, sadly, we're going to leave because we want to get travelling again and go and explore some more places here before we leave Sweden.
So since we are in Sweden, we have no idea about their language, and I find it really funny because I can't really, do the translation every time. So today I decided to pick items that I have no idea what they are. And this is one of them. Yes, I think you have it with some crackers or bread. I also got Philadelphia cheese with truffle. And this is something that I don't get to find very often. I think they do it only here in Sweden. What else? I got this. Jönköpings egna fisk delicatess. So I think it's like shrimps with some sauce. Sweets, of course. This is the Swedish brand. It's very, very good. We've tried it before. And
I was about to say, that looks familiar.
And this is not the only one that they have. These are all of the goodies that I got today. It is 27.21. So it's like 260, I think. Which isn't a lot.
Something like that. But this is what I'm mostly excited about. We've been meaning to get our own barbecue.
Barbecue!
For a long time. And the reason why we didn't get one is because they're so big. And look how
at
thin
this
this
one.
is. Hopefully.
It's so cute,
good,
right?
Yeah. It's not even heavy, is it?
Really good, yeah?
Yeah. We don't really need that here much because there's a lot of services. But when we leave here, we need something like this so we can cook outside.
Looking forward to it, yes. And I also got their potato salad. This is very, very famous in Sweden. Even at the supermarket, you get so confused because there are a lot to choose from. And this is something that I really love here in Sweden because you have a lot of different brands. You're not just stuck with one brand only. Also, the packaging are so nice. I don't know why, but they just designed them really nice. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
What do you do?
I love
Love it. We've got here a new bone.
So before heading to Norway, we've decided to explore a little bit more of the center of Sweden. We've made it to this place called Jönköping. That's where we stopped for our groceries. But now we're driving around this huge lake that's called Lake Vättern. The main road is exactly right by the water, and we got great views as well. Really nice.
I think to go round the lake it takes about 4 hours, I would guess. Maybe 5 hours.
Yeah? I don't know.
Huge, yeah. You putting your jacket on?
Yeah, I can't understand the Swedish weather. Now I understand why there are Swedish in Malta, because of the sun. I had to come here to realize this, because we had some horrible weather lately, like 4 days full of rain. And now it's still cold today.
And Charlene was laughing at me because I put on my little blue jacket. Told you it's cold. Okay, so which one are we doing today?
None of those.
There's a tower here, which is 8 kilometers away. You feeling hot?
Yeah, after walking, I'm feeling warm. Oh, look, there's a hillside there as well.
Yeah, but look at this view.
Wow, this is nice.
This is what we came for.
Woohoo! We found it finally because we were confused where the hell is the viewpoint. But here we are!
Oh, look at this! Ah, is this it? No, this is not it.
You see, I told you, we don't have to go to the tower. Here you have the view of Canal.
Look at her. She's enjoying Sweden so much, isn't she? So, Vättern Lake, I was right. It's the second largest lake in Sweden and actually the sixth largest lake in the whole of Europe.
Woohoo!
So big. We've only drove a fraction of it, and apart from the town here, there's also this lovely thin island in the middle of the lake. I think people live there as well. You can't go across though with any bridge because it's an island. I think they've got a ferry which leaves from here to go across.
And what's our aim for the next couple of days?
To enjoy as much as we can of Sweden. We were supposed to be in Norway by now, but we've decided to stay here a bit longer. One, because we're enjoying it, like last week was amazing at the campsite and we want to explore a bit more. And two, we've actually got an appointment in Jönköping in about 3 days time. So the plan really is just to go around the lake, to head back where we started. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Some amazing spots along the way. And just like the rest of Sweden, it's pretty impressive.
I'm so looking forward for this journey.
And what have you brought with you today?
Oh yeah, I got my
Instead of your handbag?
binoculars. But there are no birds here, unfortunately. Well, I can hear them singing, but they're in the trees.
Yeah, but surely you can see other things with the binoculars as well.
Yeah, but
And not just for birds.
well, we can see what's on that island.
I was going to say, yeah, why don't you see what is on the island?
I'm actually really happy with this set of binoculars. They're Olympus 8x40 and they're very, very sharp as well. And you can see from afar. Ah, that's one thing that I really wanted to have, to see and look for birds. And they're not very heavy as well. So, really good.
Do you see anything on the island? Are there people living there? I saw cars, I think.
Not a lot of people though.
Yeah, I didn't say a lot of people, but...
I spotted like 20 houses.
Förbjudet att kasta föremål, fara föranna. Do not throw objects, someone could get hurt. And the Swedish language is so cool, it has this kind of kick at the end of it. At the beginning of our trip, we were in this place called Bromölla. We would normally say it is like Bromölla, but here they have the emphasis on the last... What do you call it, Cha? The last part of a word?
Bromölla.
No, what do you call the last part of a word? Syllable. Is it a syllable? Yeah, so like the last syllable is sometimes extended and more powerful. As everyone was saying, I am from Bromölla, and that's kind of how the Swedish language is for us. That's how we hear it. Yeah, it's kind of singing at the end though, not all the way through. And I really like it. Förbjudet att kasta föremål fara föranna. Yeah? Something like that. I really like it. It's like singing. Föranna.
You look like a fool.
Thank you. I sound like a fool, more like it.
Yeah.
Föranna. Where are we today? We are in Sweden. Did I get it right or not?
Bromölla.
Bromölla. If anyone from Sweden is watching, am I mixing up the accent completely? Or do I have a hint of Swedish in it? Let's go. Let's go back to the van.
A couple of weeks ago we went to this place that's called Longas Jonas. That's how we write it. Longas Jonas. But then the pronunciation of this place is Lungus Jonas. It's like so different. On the internet I read that Swedish language isn't that difficult to learn. But yeah, I mean, it's like the German language. You have a word
harder, I think.
And then you pronounce it so different.
And the biggest thing is that here everyone speaks perfect English, which is really fascinating.
Yeah, that's really cool, right? Wow, look at this! Whoa! Are we in Bridgerton right now?
I don't know, I'm worried about the roof.
That was really cool.
This is another thing we love about Sweden. Deer everywhere and wildlife.
There are two. One of them is hidden behind the grass.
The other one's just looking at us. Let me zoom in.
Yeah, I need to get my binoculars.
You should keep them at the front. Hello, dear.
How cute she is. She's eating the flowers. Oh, and it's free.
Your destination is on the right.
It's allowed to stay here for 24 hours according to the Swedish right of access to nature. Perfect, yeah, you can stay here for free for one night. Netherlands, Germany. There's quite a few vans here from all over the world. Swedish, Dutch, Norwegian and Tandy. So we've managed to park up here, and just next to us is this nature reserve. It's like a small lake, and we're only a couple of kilometers away from that large lake where we came from. So I think this is where we're going to spend the night, and it's so good that we saw the sign here that you can stay here for free for one night, which is perfect. We're going to have something to eat because we're starving, and afterwards we'll head out to check this place out. What's you cooking today, Chef?
Chicken. Yummy one.
Chicken tonight.
I'm tired.
It's been a long day.
Is that for Holly?
For Holly or for me?
For Holly.
Now, as Charlie mentioned earlier, the weather wasn't too good this week. We had a lot of rainy days and we were just like sitting in a van, working on the laptop, and we weren't really eating that well. We were eating a lot of frozen stuff and just quick meals. But now, for the next few days, we're going to take it back to basics. We're having some chicken today with these potatoes. I know the potato has got a lot of mayonnaise in it, but that'll have to do. Looks amazing. This is mine here. Arlene is having hers marinated.
Because I like a little bit of flavor with my chicken. Yours are plain. Give me kisses.
Quiet. There's so many vans here, but it's nice and quiet until this one got here. Fika is actually an afternoon treat that they have here in Sweden. It can be a tea or sweets, and I guess these are one of the sweets that Charlene bought. Oh my god, it's pretty dark in there, but they look good.
Yummy, yummy.
Tea time.
Yummy, yummy. This looks like a scone from the UK, but it's not filled with cream, guys, so sometimes I dream of those scones, to be honest.
I forgot about these. I was saying we're having a healthy dinner. Now Charlene's brought out a Fika. My one's got custard in the middle, which makes it even more special.
You guys have to tell me what this is, because this is not a cinnamon bun. It's got like sugar on top of it, and it's filled with some, not cream, like glaze. I don't know, but it's good.
Mine was so good.
There is a little bit of cinnamon in this, so yeah, maybe it's called cinnamon bun, but it's a bit different than the ones I had before. I really have no idea what I'm saying, Chris.
You have no idea what you're saying, and you have no idea what you're eating either. So just eat up. Let's go and check this place out before it gets dark.
This is the spray that you really need the most if you ever come to Sweden. It's a bug spray, baby, and it kills all of those. Well, it doesn't kill them, but
Keeps them away.
keeps them away.
Sure you're not coming with me?
baby. No, I'm not feeling good. Ah, it stinks.
That's enough. As always here in Sweden, this place is just so camper friendly. There's a toilet here which you can use, and apart from the vans, there's also a few people camped in tents here in the forest. And I've just come out quickly to check this out and see what there is here. So Charlene decided to stay in the van. I guess we'll come here again in the morning, but I wanted to check this place out tonight just before the sun sets. It's pretty late at the moment, it's about 11 p.m. and we got started late today because we weren't planning on coming here right away. We were going to come here tomorrow. It was raining this morning, and then all of a sudden the sky opened up and it looked like a nice day. The forecast was good, so we said let's go, and that was about 3 or 4 p.m. so by the time we got here it was pretty late already, and we needed to eat first. But I'm just walking through this path now, so beautiful. There's these like little lights here on each piece of wood, and I can hear the birds already. And I think this place is actually very similar to that place we stopped off in Denmark. Let's listen to that. Absolutely beautiful, and surprisingly no mosquitoes. It's started to get a bit chilly now, so maybe that's why. There's a very small lake here in front of me, birds everywhere. There's also this building which I think you can go up. Charlene will love this place. Actually, I'm going to go up and have a look now. And from here I should be able to get a nice elevated view over the lake. This is not the large lake where we were earlier today, but it's a smaller one here, just about 10 kilometers away. Wow, just beautiful. Absolutely amazing. There's hundreds, if not thousands, birds flying all over the place. And with that sunset behind them, it just looks perfect. Wow. Morning folks, pretty relaxing morning here, and most of the vans have left already. Charlene's actually gone this morning to check out the nature reserve. She's been gone for about an hour. I'm going to wait another 5-10 minutes and then go and look for her because we want to get going today. Okay, time's up. Let's go see where she is. It's actually started raining as well today. Got these Swedish summers. A nightmare sometimes. It's so beautiful and then so cold and rainy. Where the footage is concerned, we always want sunny weather, we want beautiful sunsets. I'm not gonna lie, it's a nice day like today, that little bit of rain, it's cloudy, and it's just cold, but not that cold. I love it. That could be her up there. We found her. What do you think of this place?
Wow, it's really beautiful. It's huge as well. Lots of great things here in Sweden. They have this tower here. It's a 2-story tower. You can go upstairs as well, but right now we're here because it's raining. But they also have a platform right over there. It's a bit far away from here. And that one is much better than this one because you're in the marshes. It's really cool. I spotted a marsh, let me tell you what it's called. I think it's a marsh harrier. Yeah, that's what it is. In fact, I was sad because I had my binoculars only and not the camera this time. It's good to have binoculars, but with the camera it's much better because you can capture that shot. So, yeah, there's no right or wrong, right? Both are good, both are bad.
Really, really impressed with these type of places here in Scandinavia. Similar to what we had in Denmark, like I mentioned, and even here in Sweden. So many of these spots where it's like, I can't believe how these places are free. In other areas of the world, you'd pay money to come into a place like this. It's just so clean and everything looks state of the art.
It's well organized as well. Even the map, it's in English. And you have all of these birds, ducks, you know, butterflies, and they all have their names with them. So if you look at something, at least you can refer to this and, you know, their names. And in here it states that at one point there were 65k of ducks and coos. That's amazing.
Wow, 65,000.
The sound of the screams here, I don't really like it, to be honest. It's like a cry for help, and yeah. I don't like how they scream, but I love to look at them. Can you understand me?
What am I supposed to be looking for?
4 kites.
Can't see anything.
Yeah, they're up there.
Well, one's coming right at me. Bloody hell. The thing is that when I move my head around, I just feel a bit dizzy when I'm going too fast. So,
Really?
Yeah. So you've got to like
But you
lock
don't need
on.
to go too fast.
Yeah, but the birds are going fast, aren't they? I think I'll stick to these ones here.
Oh, when
in
you
the
follow
water.
them, you mean?
Yeah. I get dizzy.
You get dizzy.
Yeah. I'm just looking at these ones instead on the rocks. Much better. So clear.
Have you seen the ducklings?
Yeah.
So today, guys, unfortunately, we don't have our big lens because we wanted to enjoy this moment for ourselves. But I think you can guess how we're feeling right now and what we're looking at.
The camera footage is nice with the big lens, but
This is much cooler,
this
yeah.
is so clear. Yeah, it's like they're right here in front of you.
I can stay here for days, to be honest. This big lake is home for thousands of birds. Just incredible.
We don't normally mention this because we're obviously just us two and Holly, but this place is also family friendly because there's the whole ramp here. Really interesting for kids, I think, and also wheelchair friendly as well because you can access all the paths here on this boardwalk and even get up to the top where we were.
Whoa, it's so
That's what she said.
big! Oh my god! It's coming closer.
I don't know if it's because they're brand new, but basically when Charlene gets the binoculars out, it takes us about an hour extra before we leave. So I don't know if this is going to be a recurring theme, but to a certain degree I'm kind of thinking that maybe we shouldn't have got the binoculars because we're just going to be stuck everywhere we go looking at birds for hours on end.
Welcome to the Bird Lake Tåkern and Naturum Tåkern Visitor Center. Lake Tåkern is one of the most famous bird lakes in Sweden. 278 species of birds have been observed at the lake. The lake is very shallow, partly covered with large reed beds. The Naturum building is unique. It is surrounded by shore meadows and forests of rich biodiversity. The area was protected as nature reserve in 1975.
So sometimes when we plan our day, it's so easy because we know that we are going to that particular spot and we just go there because we have no other options. But here we're in this beautiful lake. We're surrounded with a lot of things to do. So we can go here, Omberg Eco Park. There's a canal which we really would love to go as well. And there's also Vättern National Park
There's
as
just
well.
so much here.
There's so much to do and we're trying to put everything together. But we have to decide, I think.
Yeah, we want somewhere where there's like a fire pit as well so we can cook something to eat. And there's just so many of them as well, so we don't know where we're going. I say we just put the first one on the map, we go check it out and see if we like it.
Imagine some of these people, they write to us in the comments below. That's my house, that's my house.
Someone chases after us. Why are you filming my house? If you haven't seen that video yet, we were followed in Sweden a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
It's all right now. We look back and laugh at it.
but it was crazy. Hello! We have an announcement to make because all of our bagels are gone.
Oh no.
But I bought these small baguettes from the supermarket. This is what we have right now. I couldn't find any bagels here. I don't think they have them here. We're having these baguettes with prawns and mayo and dill.
By the way, we've just driven about 20 minutes into this forest here. It's called the Omberg forest, and thank you very much. And the reason why we've come here is because there's loads of hiking options here in nature. It's just so beautiful. There's a large parking lot behind us and there's a small one here, and then loads of benches and a cooking area as well. We might cook outside today if it doesn't rain, but we want to get out for a walk first.
So, what do you think?
Very good, very good. I'm a simple guy. Normally I just eat ham and cheese, but it's good to mix things up a little bit. What is really weird here in Sweden is that like the prices of doing everything is quite average compared to the rest of Europe. But then some of the stuff that we're buying from the supermarkets, maybe imported products, are just so expensive. Like this bottle of prawns was €5. And it's
I
not
had
even
no
that
idea
big.
that it was that price.
Yeah, we were just checking now. So I don't know why. It's really weird. It's like some things are cheaper even, like at the motorhome shop. we went to repair something, even the mechanic to do the brakes, it was relatively cheap compared to the rest of Europe. But then some things like this, like certain food at the supermarket, was just so expensive. Like we're spending about 30% extra at the supermarket for sure every week.
So here in Sweden, they love candy. This time I bought nature goodies because the other ones are all with sugar, you know. At least this, there's a nut in it. This is Chris' favorite. It's got like a yogurt in it and some flakes.
Why are you eating my favourite one?
I find it really cool because in other EU countries you can barely find a candy store, except of course in Bruges, for example, you know, and Maastricht, all of those small towns. But where we usually stay, there's nothing. But the supermarkets as well, they don't cater this. So it's really good to have this at the supermarket. I'm starting to fall in love with Sweden now that we're in this area, because this area is filled with wildlife. We saw so many types of birds that we never saw before, like the cranes, for example, the kites this morning. And also the area is less populated, and that's one thing that I really love, because at the beginning it was a bit different and I didn't like it that much, to be honest. I liked it, but there was something off about it. And that's because it's so populated in those areas where we visited. That's the thing I realize now, because now here there are less people, and this is one thing that I love when I travel, you know, to get to places like these.
So we are off on a little adventure today in the forest, and we're going uphill, up this steep hill. Not many mountains down here in Sweden. What a beautiful forest. This is it.
Wow, this marvelous view.
So we are now on top of this observation tower. It's not very high. We have to lift Holly up because the steps have got holes in them.
It's really cool. This place, there is the name of the places of what we're looking at, and they're not faded. They're still here.
Brand new. And now from here we can see the huge lake, which is where we came from yesterday.
When you look at it, you just say, is this the sea? Because it's so huge. And from here it looks like we're looking at the sea, not the lake.
So unlike this morning, these steps are not family friendly. Well, I'm sure kids can do it, but not good for Holly. So every time you stop here, just for a second, the mosquitoes start attacking you. There it was okay, but now in the forest it's just crazy. I thought it was just at sunset when they come out, but even in the middle of the day, there's hundreds of them attacking us.
We forgot to do the spray as
we
well.
should have done the spray, shouldn't we? It hurt.
They're so big, they're everywhere. The buzzing sound of the buzzing sound of those bees was incredible. So I stayed behind to take some shots, and they're gone. They left me behind, or they're gonna scare me off, because they love to do that. Here they are. I got you! I got you!
Holly loved that. Did you see it?
She came running, yeah.
Right, so we're looking for the largest tree in Sweden, the largest spruce tree. It's supposed to be the thickest and the tallest. And it's saying it's somewhere in here in the forest. So we found this little passage, and I think we need to go in here.
Yeah, let's go. Let's hope there are no snakes here. Oh my god, it's so wild. Which one is it? This one? Just watch out, Chris. Just watch out for the snakes.
And wild boar. They're bears here
Or
as well.
bears.
No, I don't think they come this south, to be honest.
Oh my god.
I think the deadliest thing in this forest are the mosquitoes.
Oh my god, this is so wide. I'm scared here. Ooh, my claustrophobia. Oh, I need to get out of here.
That's okay, babe. It's okay. It's okay.
You go.
Which is the tree?
No, I'm not going
We're gonna
further.
stay here. But these look huge, these two. So it could easily. Ah, there it is. That one, I think. Let me try and go through here.
No, this wasn't a good idea for Holly.
Oh my god. Yeah, there's a big pathway here, look.
Shall we come?
Yeah, yeah. So this is it, I think. It's in Swedish, we need to translate this. Wow. And look at this, it's huge.
Oh my god.
Have you made it?
Ooh. Yeah. Ooh.
This is it. Go next to the tree so you can show them how big it is.
Ooh.
So this is an average size human here. Can you hug it?
So huge. I feel so small now.
We've just done a bit of translate here, and it says that the tree is 49.5 meters high, and they only discovered it about 8 years ago by accident. It was a group of students and they were doing some measurements or something in the forest, and they realized that one tree was a lot higher than the rest. It was 49 meters back then, and now they've measured it at 49.5, so it's still growing. And it's the highest, well, the tallest tree in the whole of Sweden. And it only got its recognition in 2016.
Imagine being here and we go back like 100 years maybe, I don't know, I'm just guessing, 150 years. And yeah, just imagine here without forests. Or maybe these trees were very small. Can you imagine that? Like without so many birds maybe. It's like completely different atmosphere for sure.
Well, I can't really answer you because I wasn't around at that time. I was born in the late 20th century.
Of course not. No one can answer that for sure.
Unless there's someone that watches us that is about 130 or 140 years old
And who was
and from
here.
Sweden.
But it's so epic even just to be here in the middle of the forest. It's so wild here, as you saw.
You were scared.
I was so scared just to come here.
For those of you that maybe are in the area and you want to come and check this tree out for yourself, there's actually like a pathway here. So you don't have to go through the forest like we did. We were just taking a shortcut, I think.
This is the size of a small tree, the size of a Norman tree, and this one is the biggest spruce in Sweden.
Back at the lake. We've been driving down this single track road for about 20 minutes now, and it's so beautiful. We're driving through the forest, then to the left of us we've got the huge lake. Look at this view.
This area we're passing by is well known for oak trees, and they're just everywhere. God, look at this!
As we were driving up the lake, we noticed this unique building which turned out to be a 16th century castle here in this town called Vadstena. So we're not going to sleep here tonight because I don't think there's any spots here. There's a few campsites behind this area. We're going to carry on going. Our plan was to stop at this place about 10-15 minutes further north, but I'm so happy that we stopped here because it's absolutely beautiful. Our next stop for today was to check out part of the 200-year-old Göta Canal, which through Lake Vättern connects the west coast of Sweden with the Baltic Sea. Wow, the reflection today on the lake is just insane. What an impressive place. I think boats use this canal to go from one lake to the other, and it's weird because it's all different levels, so I guess one of them like drains out and the water level meets the other one, and then the boat goes on to the next area, and then again and again until they get out to the other lake. I think I'd love to see it in action though and see how it works. Definitely a lot of hassle though. So in this area of Sweden there's just so many motorhome ställplats. We just parked the van over there near the road, and I think we'll go and find a bit of a more quiet park up further along the lake. We need to pass over this bridge. There's no sign of how heavy. Yeah, should be okay, hopefully. So we finally made it to our park up for tonight.
Woohoo!
We are deep in the forest. We've had a very busy evening because it's just so beautiful. When the light's so good, we just keep on exploring, and we saw some really amazing places as we were going up the lake today.
It's good that I went to the supermarket and bought some stuff just like this one, because I've tried it and I love it.
What is it?
Basically it's caviar, I think.
Caviar?
Yeah.
I haven't had that in ages.
Hmm?
I haven't had caviar in ages.
Caviar paste, I think.
Living the high life, eh? It's very strong.
It's good, huh?
I'm so happy that we found this really remote park up in the forest. There's nothing else here. Just trees. I don't know about you, but some people tell us, aren't you scared to sleep in the forest? And yeah, it can be scary at times, but not really at the end of the day. These are our favourite kind of park ups, on our own in the middle of nature.
So me and Holly, we went for a short walk. It's so peaceful out here. You can hear the birds singing, the wind with the trees. There's a special feeling about being in the forest. Out here, life just stops for a bit. There are conifers everywhere on the floor and berries as well. I'm just so happy to be here in the forest. This is my favorite place. Of course, there are so many mosquitoes and flies, but yeah, that's how it is out here. Holly.
Really peaceful spot here in the forest. We spent an amazing night here. Very quiet, no one else is here, and this is one of the things that we love here in Sweden, that when you're in the forest you're really remote. And sometimes in other countries you go to remote places and you end up like with other vans as well, but it's so huge here. This country is so big that there's really a lot of spots all over the place to go to. So yesterday was a bit busy. There was a few things we wanted to see and it was nice, like stopping off at all these different places. We had beautiful weather as well, so really worth it, I think. But today we're taking it a bit more easy this morning. It's around 11 o'clock now, so we're going to start moving. We're going to go to the other side of the lake today. On the way there's like a motorhome stop place where we can go and empty out and fill up and everything, because we literally haven't got any water left, and that makes van life pretty hard. And from there we're going to go to another forest on the other side of the lake and hopefully enjoy a bit more of nature today. So it's gone a bit windy this morning, but it's the same. Like 2 days ago it was like this, and then a beautiful day came out, so we're definitely going to give it a shot.
Woohoo! We made it to this place where we can fill up
Water, we can finally shower.
Yay! Did you hear that, honey?
I need the key though for that.
Boom. After sorting out all of our motorhome services, we stopped off at a park with a huge grass area where we could let Holly off leash and burn some energy. Apart from eating and sleeping, her next favorite thing to do is play fetch.
We then head into Vättern National Park to find a new spot in the forest for tonight.
Your destination is on the right.
We've entered Vättern National Park, which is on the other side of that huge lake, and we've driven into the forest here, found a really isolated place right beside this beautiful lake. So we've reversed all the way in, and behind me here there's like a fire pit. So glad to get here. We've had a shower as well, so feeling nice and fresh. It's been raining for the last hour or so, but it's just stopped, and that has really created a nice effect on the lake. There's a lot of fog and it's just so beautiful here. Mosquitoes, so annoying. So this is actually a fishing lake, and you have to pay for the fishing license. I was actually speaking to a guy here who's just fishing, and he said that there are hardly any fish here, so he wouldn't recommend it. We're gonna have some meat tonight, set up the table. The van is just there, and this island is just so pretty. Look at that. So when we were in the south of Sweden, it was really warm, and we managed to swim and everything, and I thought that our Sweden journey was going to be pretty much like that most of the time, but I think that's the best weather that we had so far. I like it like this because you can enjoy it more, but you're definitely not going to be swimming in this weather. I think this lake would be quite cool to swim in as well. So I don't know how long we'll stay here. Maybe later on this week, if we're still here, we might go in for a dip if the weather gets a bit warmer. But it's still pretty nice to look at how it is now. Have a lovely meal here, parked up by the lake, and yeah, enjoy the rest of the evening. After a long day, finally time to eat some really good food. Don't mind the blue things, that's just garlic. And what a view. I've put Holly back in the van so that we can eat in peace, and the mosquitoes were actually really bothering her as well. How is it?
Cooked to perfection, baby.
I had to put the camera away because I am starving.